Good evening, everyone. Welcome to another Wednesday brand night. I'm Sherry Danzig, and it's my pleasure to be your host tonight, where we're going to be talking about one particular product within Nikken's enormous and fabulous, brilliant product line that is all about connecting our bodies, ourselves, to the brilliance and wisdom of nature, which we call biomimicry. So, in just a minute, I'm going to introduce our guest, but please know that every Wednesday at this time we have live calls, and then you can listen to it recorded if someone sends that to you. And every week we take on a new product to dive into the benefits and different characteristics of that product so you can understand it a little bit more. So tonight we're going to be talking about the one of our fabulous nutritionals, which is the Cleanse product. So I'm thrilled that Madeline Zaworski is our speaker tonight, and I don't have her bio. I've known Madeline for my whole Nikken career, which has been coming up on, well, I'm in my 28th year, and I think Madeline probably more than that.
27.
But
27.
Madeline has probably reached the most highest pinnacle that any person trained in nursing could achieve. She spent a career almost 50 years, is that right? And
Over 50. Yeah,
more
1960.
than 50.
Yeah, more than
A
50.
long time. She knows a lot. She's very, very smart and very bright, and she's actually even is going to bring in another expert. So you're going to get a double expert presentation tonight. So go ahead, take it away, Madeline.
Thank you, Sherry. So I would like you to look at this picture. In the palm of this gentleman's hands is a tree that's out connected to nature. So it also kind of looks like our wellness home greenhouse concept. So how do you connect to nature? That's the question. So Nikken is a 50-year-old company. It was founded in Japan, and it has five core elements that are very much a part of nature, that are a part of the whole portfolio of products that we have that make up a wellness home. The greenhouse, actually, there's sort of a greenhouse in under nutrition here in the back with the fruit that's there. So the first is air. So I'll speak from my nursing background. I was a coronary care nurse for 5 years. So if somebody stops breathing, you have 3 to 5 minutes. Air is absolutely critical. If you don't get that air going, you can defibrillate and add IVs and drugs, and the patient isn't going to live. And so water is next. You can only go so many days and weeks without water, and you can't last. Sleep is core. If you lose one good night's sleep, your immune system drops 60%. So why do we have all the issues that we have today? There's so many people with sleep. It's a multi-trillion-dollar industry with different types of mattresses and beds that can be $12,000. So we have a very special product that is a lot less than that and a lot more cost effective. The nutrition line is what we'll be talking about tonight in one particular product. And then there's nature's energies. I'm in Ohio, and today the sun came out. We had sub-zero weather last year, and I pulled my chair right up to the window. It wasn't cold, warm enough to go outside. Sherry sat out in a hammock in Georgia, but I just went right where that sun is. So this is the amazing, vital, very important topics about life, vital, that Nikken has to offer in these categories. So tonight it's food matters. And why does food matter? It matters because we're in a lot of trouble today. If you go into the grocery store, all the foods with the additives are right there. All the bad things for us are where kids want to pick them off, and so do adults, and just put them in their basket. And we're adding all the wrong foods. Most important is fruits and vegetables. You can see the statistics here. And and then when we do eat fruits and vegetables, how have they been grown? How are they sprayed? How safe are they to be eating? What toxins are on them? That can be a whole class all by itself. Canada in the North American market is healthier than the US, but you can see what's happening there. From 2015 to 2023, they're decreasing in their healthy eating, particularly this particular slide talks about fruits and vegetables. So then there is body burden. And what is body burden? Body burden is when our bodies are absorbing in the air toxins in food, sprays that we use in the house, that we have so many chemicals and sprays in the grass that are coming into our bodies, and where they have to go through to be filtered out is the liver. So we change our furnace filters, we change water filters and air filters. It's not as easy to change our liver filter. Some people get liver transplants, but then you have to take all kind of drugs after that to keep somebody else's liver inside of you. So what about supplements to help us make healthier choices? First of all, we should be making healthier choices in what we eat. It's difficult to make the healthier choices in what we eat because of the pace of what everybody's living today. It's easier to drive through a fast food restaurant. It's easier to run into a store that may have food prepared already that may be a little bit healthier than a fast food restaurant, but we don't know that. It's not like the food that Sherry Danzig cooks. So what about supplements? And supplements can be important, but are important significantly. We have a whole array of supplements. What's important to do is looking at the supplement. What are the active ingredients? Are they whole foods? We want to avoid fillers and additives, but we need to know what are the fillers and additives that aren't good for us. So you're really looking for whole food, bioavailable, meaning that our body can absorb them. And we also need to check for allergen information. Many of the fillers and the other additives, if we talk about my 57-year history in nursing, obesity, a direct curve up, all chronic diseases up in that period of time, and allergies up. We never had the allergies before. Allergies were much more limited than what they are today. Now, what's interesting here is the magnifying glass. Heather Abbott is amazing and did these slides for us. And I think they make the print so small so that nobody can read what's on the bottle, so that you just buy whatever it says on the front, whatever it's for, and you're not reading all the bad things that are inside of there. You almost have to take a magnifying glass with you. So what Nikken has developed is a whole system, and I love this. Of course, it relates to everything I taught in nursing. So it's the core system in the middle, multivitamin supplements, men's and women's specific, a shake, Kenzen Vital Balance, and I've taken the shake every single day since the first N2 was introduced, and this one is the best tasting vanilla. I just love it. It's a supplement, but it's also filled with all the good things that we need because what we are eating may not be adequate enough. It's like another multivitamin that you're taking. The jade greenzymes, the British Army lives on the greenzymes alone as their K rations. You can live on that and fast on that if you want to. And the Super Siaga has rare fruits in it and is a supplement to not eating the fruits and the vegetables. Those are your core. Now, what I want to point out about today's product, if you look at the various systems, and you can look at that, the cleanse and detox is under the gastrointestinal system, and it's also under the immune system. Your gut is your first line of defense, absorbing good food in your gut being able to absorb the food that you're eating and the nutritional supplements that you're taking. You have to have good gut. And people don't have good guts. And if they don't have good guts and they're reabsorbing all the stuff that's in their guts, then it goes through the filter and plugs up the filter, which is the liver. So very, very important to take care of your digestive tract and your filter. And with that, Kenzen Cleanse and Detox, I want to introduce one of my colleagues, just like Sherry. We've traveled together for the past 27 and 28 years, and Randy is an attorney, a family therapist, a podcast host, an author, a grandmother, and a nutritionist. And she has authored 9 books. The recent one is The Single Ingredient Diet, which I highly recommend everybody look at. Now, she likes to cook, and Sherry likes to cook, but she still takes supplements, correct? Okay, so it's your turn now. We have the expert here on what's inside of our product. Feature product tonight.
Yes, thank you, Madeline. Great job. Yes, Nikken's supplements are extraordinary. I had already been taking supplements for 20 years when I found Nikken, and I loved the sleep system, and I was afraid, well, how can we be at the cutting edge of nutrition as well? But when I started reading everything, the that their science is based on, and seeing what they actually put in their supplements and how they organize them to support the body instead of manipulate it, I was just blown away. And so I take what Nikken makes. Not only all those things that Madeline described, but they really try to get organic food sources for their things. And that's especially true in this formula. The inulin is very popular right now because it's a good prebiotic to keep the biome happy, the good guts, as Madeline said. I love that. But inulin can be manufactured artificially, but Nikken gets it from chicory root, organic chicory root, so that if the body will recognize it as food instead of as a chemical product. So that's really important. And like Madeline said, it supports the microbiome to have that healthy fiber. And I've been teaching for 50 years that for a healthy gut, you have to have quality fiber in your diet, and it's missing from most of our new products on the market. It's also very high in antioxidants. Not only the uh, chicory root, but also the other ingredients are all known for their antioxidant activity. And that helps the liver because the liver is a detoxifying organ. And if you can prevent oxidation in these processes, the liver is responsible for 2,000 different enzyme activities and 500 things that the body relies on. So the let's see, what do I have here? Oh, the I wanted to look up some of the ingredients that aren't very clear. The Jerusalem artichoke and the dahlia are from the sunflower group, and they can help prevent bloating and gas. They all normalize the digestion. And then there's turmeric, which has been known for thousands of years to be really good as it has a curcumin in it, but you can get curcumin all by itself, but it's been highly refined. But if you have the turmeric that's whole, then you get all the things that we don't even yet know about that support the way the turmeric works. It helps the liver break down fat and oil and use it properly. Then milk thistle's been used for centuries to support the liver, and that's got the silymarin in it, and it actually helps the liver cleanse, and that's what one of the things that the liver does. It really processes all the toxins that are caused by metabolism in the body. And another function of the liver is to create the carbohydrates, lipids, and proteins from our food, to break it down so that the cells can put it back together again. And it also produces a whole lot of chemicals biochemicals that support coagulation, and not only help coagulation, but also break it down if there's too much of it. So the liver is so important for everything to work in the blood system. The liver also creates the bile, which helps with digestion of any fats and also supports the biome of the gut. And then the liver also stores all the oil dissolved vitamins, the A, the D, the K, and the E. And those you're getting from your other supplements and your foods, but the liver needs to be healthy to hold on to them so that the other um, organs can pull them out when they need them. And then finally, liver is extremely important in energy production, because when the body is trying to keep the mitochondria healthy with the glucose, the liver has a store of glycogen. And if it's not producing enough glycogen, then people are craving sugar, a quick fix every 2 hours. And that is one of the major causes of most of our chronic diseases today. There's also blue pleurum in here, which has been known for a long time to be a great detoxifier, and it helps to normalize unusual diarrhea or constipation. And then there's Schisandra, which is an adaptogen, which means it really helps with stress, with any change that comes from to stress the liver as an organ, and it helps to remove waste. And then the sensorol, which is listed here, but and all these things are organic. It's actually a, a part of ashwagandha, which has been known in Asia forever to reduce stress and create a more calm nervous system. So it's like a toxin. It's been used in Asia for thousands of years for almost anything, really. And then I looked up pullulan, which is the ingredient in the vegetarian capsule, and it's a polysaccharide and it's organically sourced, which is amazing because it can be produced from sucrose by lumping all the glucose together, but Nikken resources it from real sources rather than producing it in a lab. So this, you can't get any better than that. When you see other ingredients and the only other ingredient is the capsule, you know you're getting good stuff. It's quite amazing. I was delighted when I saw that. No other ingredients. This is amazing. So they recommend three capsules, one before each meal, which is just going to help your liver do what it has to do with the meal. You can take more if things are out of balance. You maybe can take less if you have an ideal diet. So one of the best things about Nikken's nutritionals are they work with the body. And I love saying that because so many supplements, when people have a little knowledge, they'll go and get, oh, I need B12. But if they take a whole lot of extra B12, then they're going to be low on B1 or B2 or B6. So it's really wonderful the way Nikken formulates their supplements to be based on food and the actual functions of the body. So that's it from me.
Thank you so much, Randy. So, just a little nursing comment here. She mentioned coagulation, sugar metabolism. I failed to mention earlier the additives, the obesity rate. Sugar is added to everything. 25 grams of sugar a day should be all that we're taking in, and you have 25, 40 grams of sugar in one product. I've heard that they even put sugar in French fries so that you want more French fries, that you become addicted to the French fries. So uh, the liver is very important and is close to the pancreas and the gallbladder as far as diabetes management, and clotting was mentioned. So stop and think about all the people that are on anticoagulants, all the people that have issues with cardiovascular disease. So we're talking about an organ that is absolutely critical for the rapid increase of chronic disease that we have. Thank you so much for being a
Sure.
part
Let
of
me
this.
just mention that I just heard that McDonald's has decided to take high fructose corn syrup out of their buns. Now, who knew it was there in the first place? But the high fructose corn syrup is a complete disaster, especially for the liver. So, yeah, let's detoxify in on a healthy way. It's not a big program that you're just going to try to get rid of all the toxins. No, you're working with the body because the body does that on its own. It's constantly moving toxins out with the help of the liver.
Thank you. About that. Isn't that impressive? And so, for our audience, if you're listening to this for the first time or you pass this on to someone else, Nikken we're inviting you to be a part of our global community. And Nikken's new purpose statement is to experience, let me see, I have to read it to make sure that I read it correctly. Nikken's purpose is to be the space where hope, happiness, and joy prosper. Now, isn't that a nice space to be in? And this community that we have, friends that I wouldn't have had otherwise, working in the old hospital situation. And we've learned so much from one another, and we want to learn from you. And we want to learn from this next generation that's up here. We've been around 28 and 29 years of the 35 years that Nikken has been in North America and the 50 years that Nikken is globally. And this is a company with a plan for Vision 2030, Vision 2040, Vision 2050. There are very few global companies with a 100-year plan. So there's room for the next generation. We invite you to join our global wellness community and contact the person that invited you. And we're rolling out in our new website and on the global Nikken website that's out there, but the person that invited you has their own website, a new quiz, and we're asking you to take it to further evaluate where you may have some needs, but also to give us feedback. The company wants to know so that we can attract the right people. So it's the other thing that's so wonderful to be able to work with the corporate leaders in a global company to find out how we can better serve you and what appeals to you. So thank you for joining us tonight. And I'll stop the screen share and turn it back to Sherry. And I think we did that in 21 minutes. Sherry, did we do that?